One of the things I've learned this year is that it's very fun to give out sex toys. Expect the unexpected. 1, my hair gets curlier by the day, and 2, I'm giving you sex toys again. Let's get right into the giveaway, because why would I make you wait? You know what won't make you wait? They're sex toys. I've teamed up with my buds over at Bellesa again. We're giving out vibrators, free sex, not free sex, no, gift cards for vibrators to everyone that signs up for my giveaway. If you don't know, Bellesa is a bi-women company for sexual wellness. They're empowering everyone to embrace and explore and celebrate their sexuality. Let's talk about sex toys, the Flutter Vibe. Can you see it? Can you see it? Can you see it? Yeah, I think you can see it. We're talking dual stimulation here. G-spot and clit stimulation. It stimulates the experience of a human tongue, but with added precision. Good God, if you're a family member that's still watching, just skip ahead. It mimics the sensation of oral pleasure. Whoa, we love a great impressionist. And it comes in the most discreet casing. What even is this? Whoa, 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 bazooka. Waterproof, rechargeable, powered by discrete series technologies. The thumb. What the heck is this, a pair of sunglasses? Nope, that's gonna get you off. It does it all, vibrates, suctions, thumps. It utilizes Bellesa's improved pleasure jet technology. Ow, I just bit my tongue. For natural clitoral palpitations. That sounded medical. On the back of the pop grip, waterproof, USB rechargeable, and made from premium quality silicone. True feel vibrations naturally complement the suction at its targeted base. You know what that means. If you want to get your paws on any of these toys, just enter my giveaway. Are you not enticed? Well, link down below to enter the giveaway. Whoa, whoa, whoa. So the title of this video is exactly what this video is about. And it's just going to be a casual, chatty video. As we enter this last month of 2024, I think a lot of us naturally reflect on the previous year. You know, we kind of work our way into the new year, and that's littered with the idea of creating resolutions and fresh starts. And so obviously now is a time to sort of take stock and inventory of who you are and how you are and where you are, and see what works and what doesn't. This has been a very goofy year for old Helbig. Maybe it's a bit self-serving to be like, let me give you advice. I mean, that's the thing that I've been... This internet stuff is still a strange struggle, and I'm trying to make sense of it and articulate my thoughts around it. But to articulate your thoughts around it means that you have to have clarity of thought for yourself. And so that is where I get a little stumped. I made a video last year sort of talking about really important things that I had learned, especially within the midst of breast cancer treatment. And this year, I want to kind of go through some other stuff I've learned and reflecting on and trying to integrate into my lived experience. And maybe this resonates with you, maybe it doesn't. And if it doesn't, yeah, well, there's about 1 billion other people on this platform potentially offering you their own advice about life and stuff. One of the biggest ongoing lessons is the importance of self-care. You hear the grinding of my eyes as they roll across my head. Self-care is important. It does seem a bit overdone on the internet. It seems like it is hammered to a degree in which it is just flat. You have to take care of yourself. However, self-care is not a one-size-fits-all thing. We see all these products and all these things and all these, you know, therapies and yogas and spiritual this, that, and the other, like, sort of things to rejuvenate our self-care, but that's not for everyone. Self-care can be as simple as wanting to read a book, wanting to remember to take a shower, to the extreme of having a 17,000 step facial care routine. It's something that has to work for you, and by work for you, it's something that has to like actually make you feel cared for, actually make you feel taken care of. By yourself. You are a plant being watered by yourself. Whatever that water or nutrients or sustenance is that you need is uniquely your own. I'm still trying to figure that out. I get easily influenced by all the ways in which the internet tells me to do self-care. It doesn't always work for me, but some things do, and I have to discern that. So maybe the bigger lesson here is discernment. Maybe self-care is a baseline thing that we should all be doing, but the discernment of our self-care is the lesson to learn. Because there's a lot of noise. When you have Wi-Fi access, there's just a lot of noise about the way in which you live your life or should be living your life, or the way others are living their lives, that can really affect you, if not influence you, in ways that you just need to be cognizant and aware of, for better or worse. Which leads me to the next lesson, which is that social media is goofy. Social media continues to be a juxtaposition of things, at least to me. Again, these are all lessons that I personally taking on in certain ways that I wanted to share with you. These are not universal truths. Social media can feel good and it can feel really bad. And it's really up to you to figure out the best way for you to use it. Similar to self-care, it is up to you to figure out what works for you. The internet is like one of those massage chairs at the mall. I know the mall is a foreign concept to some of you, but imagine a place that you went imagine if Amazon had a storefront and then like 50 other storefronts for different products, and you could walk around there, and then there was this area, this court, that had edible items, food. Perchance we might call it a food court, in case you get weary from your hunting and gathering of all of the necessities that you need in this physical location in which you can walk around. You could even go there in the mornings before the stores open and walk around. You could call that mall walking. I don't know. Some of these facilities had chairs that you could pay to sit in, and they would massage you. Maybe you've seen them at the airport. And a massage chair is really fun to sit in for a little bit. It feels really good. I'm taking care of myself. Ooh, I feel good. I'm having this individual experience in the public, but ooh, I feel good. That's like using the internet. But if you sit in that chair for too long, ooh, it starts to grind your bones. It starts to hurt. You're not supposed to sit in that for that long. You gotta get yourself out of that chair. You gotta log off. No one's gonna take you out of that chair unless you're a child that shouldn't be sitting in that chair anyway. Same with the internet. Where was I in this perfect metaphor? Yeah, the internet is like a massage chair at the mall. That when you sit in it for a little bit, it feels really good. But then when you overstay your welcome in that chair, it starts to feel really bad. And that's what happens with the internet. You've got to create boundaries. And again, it is unique to you. I'm still trying to figure it out. I have a very optimistic and distressed relationship with the internet, and it is all in my own head, and I am trying to figure it out. And it is ongoing. Curious how you handle your relationship with social media and the internet. Losing a pet is really fucking hard. Goose, my dog, passed in the spring, I think April of this year. It is still really hard. It seems silly that a pet hurts so deeply to lose, but it is true. The grieving process of it is like, oh, it's just a dog. I gotta get over it quickly, and I'm trying to expedite it, but like I still am really sad about Goose. And I think it's just very important to, like, for lack of a better phrase, like hold space for that in your life. I didn't think a lot about how it would feel to lose Goose, and it hurts a lot. I don't have like a conclusion to that other than that's like significant. Crazy, because the other video that we did with Bellisa was also about shame and Goose, and it was right after her passing, so why not make it all full circle? That was that many months ago, and I still am feeling the sadness of her loss. And so for any of you that have gone through or are going through or about to go through the loss of a very significant animal, I get it. It is deep and tough and meaningful, like really, really meaningful. I wish I had something more like button up conclusion, here's how to like fix it, but like you can't fix everything. You just have to like kind of be and acknowledge everything. The worst part, I think, is trying to stuff it down, which I think I did for months, of trying to just pretend that I wasn't as sad. Man, yeah, it's just tough. It's just tough. I loved her so much, and that's cool to feel that you love something so much. Ask questions when you don't know things. Learned this last year about advocating for myself in the medical environment, but this goes across the board. Just ask questions when you don't know. This is me telling me, not you necessarily. Just ask questions when you've missed what has been said or you are confused. That is an okay thing to do. And I often forget that. Instead, I want to seem like I am agreeable and easy to talk to, so I autopilot, just swallow moments of conversations where I don't know what they're saying really, thinking I'll figure that out later. And later I can't figure it out. Just ask questions. Getting out of my comfort zone on a regular basis is really important for me to counter the mind mold that happens when I sit stagnantly in my comfort zone. And I'm not saying getting out of your comfort zone like I'm gonna start a new life for myself. No, I mean like literally waking up and going, I'm gonna walk around the neighborhood versus exercising in the house. I'm going to change my routine slightly. I'm going to reach out to this person about this thing that I wouldn't maybe necessarily normally do or would talk myself out of. Try cooking this thing I've never made. Sign up for this class. I can get very stagnant in my comfort zones very easily. And the times when I feel that my brain is having the hardest time is usually when I haven't challenged myself to just get slightly out of the creature comforts that I am used to. Even I will say, okay, we're gonna get real. We're gonna get very real here. These are real thoughts and feelings. I thought that by kind of challenging myself to make videos every Friday here on YouTube that I would kickstart myself into this like momentum, this like pendulum swing forward back on YouTube and this platform that I've grown up with and know so well. And I will say that it's had like kind of the adverse effect. Like I'm feeling more stressed about trying to make content here than I am feeling invigorated by it. And that's okay. I am working on a live stand-up show about my breast cancer that is much more exciting to me than trying to figure out how to make YouTube content. I just am a little disenchanted and I can't figure out exactly how to make content that works for me and you. There is a sense of like, you gotta keep throwing spaghetti at walls and see what sticks. And this was kind of me post-treatment trying to throw spaghetti at a wall to give myself some accountability creatively on a weekly basis. The biggest lesson I am learning this year is that you just have to keep trying. You just have to keep trying in all aspects of your life. There is a desire to rot, to hide, go inward on myself. You have to keep trying. I know that sounds so basic, like momentum is generated with effort. You have to try things you know, you have to try things that you don't know. This was kind of me trying something I know how to do, thinking maybe I'll figure out a new way to do it, and I haven't quite figured that out yet. And there are some other creative projects like doing this live 1-hour show that I'm really excited about and I feel very connected to. Obviously, I'm very passionate about, and if you want to come, let me get this off my chest, my solo show out here at the Legion Theater on December 19th at 8 p.m. Link for tickets are in the description. I'm realizing that like you have to generate your momentum. There are times in your life when things are going and you don't have to make it move. And then there are times where you need to make things move. I've never been in a bobsled, but what movies tell me, it's like being in a bobsled where you have to like run and start it, jump in, ride the wave, and then when it stops, like you gotta get out and start it again. And I think I'm at a being outside and starting something again. So I'm just trying to figure out what I'm pushing. Now I'm getting nervous about like not saying this correctly. There's no correct way. This is all just how I feel and think and blah, blah, blah. Also, the last note that I have is that like it's okay not to know. I've said this for years. Tagline's been I don't know. And it is okay not to know. I need to take my own advice. It's okay not to know what you're doing next. It's okay not to know your goals. It's okay not to know your 10-year plan. It's important to think about that, maybe. But again, that's what works for you. Some people live their lives never knowing anything, falling forward beautifully and gracefully. Other people have very specific 10-year plans and that works for them. Like I said, this is all I'm telling myself. So it's all stuff I'm still trying to learn. I'm not preaching to you. I'm really just reflecting this back to myself. That was a lot of rambling. I hope maybe some of that made some sense or resonated in some way. Don't forget, free toys and gift cards for toys. Link down below. If you want to come to my solo show, let me get this off my chest at Elysian Theater here on December 19th at 8 p.m. Please get some tickets. I'm really excited about it. Other than that, I don't know. I don't. Can you see it? Can you see it? Can you see it?